Apple has teamed up with Microsoft to integrate ChatGPT, and Elon Musk is freaking out. If you're new here, my name is Sperrazzo, and welcome to the channel. Now we're gonna look more into that and see what Elon Musk actually said. But before we do, it's important to get some context. Now we're all worried about AI taking over, and some people were thinking, oh, it's gonna be like the Terminator or something like that. But I think AI has started to take over in a way more subtle, yet still harmful way. The other day I was writing an email. I've been using ChatGPT to format emails for email marketing. When I went to ChatGPT, the site was not working. It was completely down. So I decided, hey, let me head over to X, formerly known as Twitter, and figure out if there's some reason that ChatGPT is down. And upon arriving on X, I find this. ChatGPT is down and everyone is coming to X to confirm if it's true. I just discovered right then and there that I'm sheep, I guess. But then it got slightly more alarming when I saw this. Millions have to use brain now as ChatGPT is down. And this hit me. This was the first time I was using ChatGPT and actually felt like I needed it in my workflow. For a brief moment, I was like, I'm going to have to individually format this email myself. Do I remember how to do that? So I think that is a horrifying reality that people were met with when ChatGPT was down was, oh, I didn't realize how much of my current workflow I'm relying on AI for. Now, to be fair, we already rely on a lot of technologies, whether it's the grid, electricity, grocery stores, that if those things were to go away, we would really be struggling. So it's hard to say how much of AI do we need to reject just because it's something new. And to further emphasize that point, it's not all bad. ChatGPT breaks down this diagram of a human cell for a ninth grader. This is the future of education. And as you see here, it's the student was able to ask ChatGPT about a human cell and to get a more accelerated, possibly even better explanation of the human cell to accelerate their learning. Now, I will admit, using ChatGPT to accelerate learning is probably one of the best use cases of it if you were to steelman the argument of using a ChatGPT or AI in general, because you can ask the AI about a certain topic, get a bunch of different viewpoints, and have it cite sources to which you can go back to the original human written sources to further understand a topic in maybe a quarter of the time it would take you previously. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's this horrifying story. I am pretty sure I just discovered a network of bots powered by language models that made a chill run down my spine. More advanced than anything I've seen in a lot of ways. They act a little bit like ChatGPT responses, but are optimized to be hateful and vulgar to specific targets. So it seems as though there is some danger. People are already programming AI bots to be hateful and vulgar and pick apart different groups. What is weird is that they seem to attack accounts on both sides of the political aisle and tailor insults in the replies, even if it means logical inconsistencies. So this AI hateful chatbot is specifically designed to do what the Russian troll farms were doing previously, which is purposely dividing the population regardless of the ideology. And then there's also different professions that are struggling. The SMB attorney says, I'm a lawyer. I use ChatGPT daily. I'm feeling like causing some chaos. Should I burn down my own profession and write a thread of showing you all the things it can do right now that you no longer need to pay us for? Now, one of his DMs from a fellow attorney said this whole AI thing is a mistake, and I would encourage you not to do it. AI might replace paralegals, but not the skill and judgment of actual lawyers. So AI seems like it's been a valuable tool, but also pretty harmful in certain ways. But what I think is more dangerous and more harmful, that's been very subtle, that's gonna be the real takeover of AI, is going to be the dependent on quick learning and specific communication techniques. If you can't write or format an essay or an email or put together your own thoughts or learn how to do research yourself, when ChatGPT goes away, then you're left in the dark, you're struggling. Or if it accelerates, you become so dependent on it that you crave it like a drug, like kind of how we see social media nowadays. And this brings me to the big concern that's going to be with the new Apple update that's going to have ChatGPT in it. Mike Ben says Apple merging together with Microsoft's ChatGPT today on a woke Death Star AI is basically like Coke and Pepsi merging to create an inescapable death drink. Let's hear from him.
So maybe someone can help me understand this, but isn't this basically just a merger of Apple and Microsoft to create a super partnership of the number one and number two sized companies in the world on AI, and specifically like a woke AI Death Star, because OpenAI is Microsoft. Microsoft has a 49% equity stake in it and effective control over it. In fact, if you remember when they like temporarily fired Sam Altman, they all immediately went over to Microsoft, and Microsoft's own emails revealed that they said we don't need to worry about OpenAI because we are over it, under it, inside it, and around it. That's how Microsoft described their relationship with OpenAI: over it, under it, inside of it, and around it. Totally in control of OpenAI. And Apple is integrating Microsoft into Apple. So these are the number one and number two size companies in the world by market cap. It used to be like Coke and Pepsi merging for a giant death drink.
That's absolutely horrifying. Now, this is what Benz is talking about. Tim Cook tweeted, "It's personal, powerful, and private, and it's integrated into the apps you rely on every day. Introducing Apple Intelligence, our next chapter in AI." Elon Musk replies, "I don't want it. Either stop this creepy spyware or all Apple devices will be banned from the premises of my companies." Elon Musk then replies again to Mike Ben's tweet and says, "It is extremely concerning." So this horrifying monopoly of two major companies mixed with AI, is this the perfect storm? It seems like Elon Musk is really concerned about it. But I think the concern for maybe the person that doesn't have top secret intelligence on their phone lies here. "We're sorry, Mr. Benz, but your iPhone has been locked for spreading misinformation. Please report to your local Apple store for re-education." Imagine a world that doesn't seem too far away where you are being policed by what you are writing, even in your notes app and private messages, not just public platforms. And then there's an AI controlled by a bigger company, Microsoft, Apple combination, that is policing the things that you have in your head or are writing in the notes app. This isn't a foreign idea. In Canada, we saw Jordan Peterson get his psychology license revoked until he did re-education. And it was because they didn't like his political views towards the LGTB religion. So they ordered Dr. Jordan Peterson to come in and get re-education, aka indoctrination of what we want you to say and what we want you to believe, because what you say and what you believe is counter to what we stand for. Now, this could possibly go into like a First Amendment free speech situation, but what we do see is you don't have the ability, the First Amendment doesn't fully apply across private companies, which is why we saw Elon Musk buy Twitter in the first place. And technically, if Apple and Microsoft are a private company, they can control the types of things they want repeated or communicated on their devices. Now, I do think that Apple might be a big enough company to where this would have to go to some sort of court, and that would get shot down. But it is interesting to think about as AI integrates more and more, how much are you relying on it day to day? And are you excited about this Apple integration with AI? Do you think that the access to the tool daily integrated with your smartphone is going to be more useful than the cons of it possibly being integrated to a point where our brains turn to mush? I want to hear from you. Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.